In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make some beautiful, stunning home decor just using Dollar Tree tissue paper, and you do not want to miss, so let's jump in. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today and spending some time with me. I'm super excited to be sharing these DIYs. These turned out absolutely beautiful just using tissue paper, and I cannot wait. So for starting off, I'm gonna start with this wood sign here, this palette sign. I got this from a Dollar Tree Plus. It was $3, which isn't bad for this nice sturdy sign. I'm gonna go in with this yellow tissue paper here, and I'm just going to start working my way with some Mod Podge onto that sign, so that way we can lay down our paper. And you want to make sure you get every corner really nicely, and stuff like that, so that way none of it is trying to peel up. So get a nice layer down and then start laying down your paper. Now guys, come on, this is tissue paper, so you are not going to be absolutely wrinkled free, which is perfectly fine to me. Honestly, I don't really care too much about some of the wrinkles that's there. It just gives it more character, and I absolutely love how it turned out anyway. So I just leave it as it is. I just try my best to, smooth it out and not have any air bubbles or anything like that. So you can see I'm just using my Cricut tool to kind of smooth that out, and my hands. And then I'm going to go in with my sand block to sand all the way around my sign to get all of that excess off. And it's just going to fall off like butter because this is really thin. So it's gonna fall off without much effort at all. So you're just gonna want to do that all the way around. Now I'm just gonna go in with my little sharp knife here, and I'm just gonna clean out in between each shiplap to get that opening look like the palette. So I'm just running my knife through, and it comes off really easy because since the paper is nice and tight with the glue on it, so it's just cutting really nice and sharp. And once I get both of those lines cleaned out, I am going to go in again with my sand block because I want to make sure that in between those two lines is nice and smooth, and there's no excess of that paper hanging out. I was really surprised by how easy it is to work with tissue paper for DIYs. If you haven't gave it a try, I do recommend you to give it a try. It is not hard at all, my friends. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but it's honestly really easy to work with. Now I have this page from an old Dollar Tree calendar, but you can definitely just look up on Google any image that you would like for this sign. I'm just going to take the lemonade part, just the wording itself, because I want to place that in the center of my sign. So I'm just going to take my fingers and kind of crease it along the shiplap edges, so that way I can know exactly where to cut. And then I'm just going to cut that down, and that's going to go on the center of my sign. Once I'm done adding this beautiful layer of Mod Podge, of course, then I'm just going to place it down and try to smooth it out again to the best that I can, just using my hands and then using the Cricut tool to kind of help guide any air bubbles to go out. And then the excess that are hanging off the sides, I'm just going to sand that down. And I'm also going to sand even in between those lines again of the shiplap lines, because I want to make sure that no excess is there hanging out from that lemonade paper. Once that is sanded, my friends, I do have these pieces of little citrus fruits that you can find at Dollar Tree. I did just paint them in yellow paint. They do come in the natural wood color, and I just painted them in yellow so they could look like little pieces of lemon. And I'm going to add a little wedge here to the corner, and then I'm going to add the slice right there to the bottom corner. And then the only thing I did more was add a bow, because I realized that I had a bow with some lemon pattern on it, and I thought it would be really cute to add on. So I made a simple little bow, and I added it to the corner with some hot glue, and that was the final touch for this sign. And you guys, I absolutely love it. I think it turned out beautiful, and it really just looks like I painted this and didn't use tissue paper, so that is amazing. You would have to let me know what you think. So next up, you guys, I have this pack of tissue paper. I thought these were absolutely beautiful for like a bathroom DIY with the patterns that it has. So I'm just gonna go in with this pack of little wooden square pieces that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna use 2 for this because I just want a set of them. So I'm just gonna take out the 2, and then I'm gonna start with this paper that I chose the lined pattern. I think this one is really pretty. So obviously, to place this down, we do need to add some Mod Podge. So I'm gonna add a good layer on there, making sure every inch is covered, and then I'm just going to simply press that down onto the surface. And you don't even have to cut out the size that you want to add to the surface, because once you lay it down using the entire sheet, you just lay it down onto your surface, and then once you sand it down, it'll fall off really nicely, and you don't have to worry about doing all that extra work. So I'm just here laying that down, and you can kind of see here too as well that you can peel it up if you make a little mistake, and you can just press it right back down. I did that because there was an air bubble that I did not want, so I just tried my best to take that out. And then I'm gonna go in with these little caps here. These were caps, screw-on caps from a drink, and they have a little anchor on it, so I thought it would be perfect for this DIY. So I'm gonna place it here. I was thinking of placing it on the bottom center, but then I just ended up placing it on the center. And I just place it down using some hot glue around the rim, and it's okay if it seeps out because we are gonna fix that later on. So I just put my hot glue, and then I press it right firmly to the center of this little piece. And I can kind of use the lines on the paper as a guide, just to kind of really place it as much in the center as possible. Then once I get that on there, you guys, I am going to go in with this white nautical rope from Dollar Tree. And what I want to do is I want to make it really fun and nautical looking. So I want it to look really organic looking and not like really perfect. So I'm just going to start off with a little bit of hot glue to start, placing it down. And then I'm just going to play with it, just moving it around, seeing how I want the movements to be of the rope. And then as I go, I'll continue to place down more hot glue so I can, get it all the way until it's finished. And I don't put it all the way around this square sign. I only place it on one side because when I do the second sign for the set, I do want it to do the same thing, but I'm going to add the rope on the opposite side, and I thought that would be really cute for this set. And I'm just going to continue on like this. I'm going to make a little loop so it can look really cute in the rope as well, and I thought that was really cute. And then I'm just going to cut off that excess that is hanging at the top. And you can kind of see the look that I was envisioning and going for here. Now what I want to do is I want to take my hot glue, and I want to take some jute string and wrap it around that cap in the center. Now that's going to hide the glue that we previously put on to add the cap, and then it's even going to make it look even more beachy and nautical. So I just wrap it around about like 3 times, and then I clip off the end and just hot glue the end right down. And then I don't show it here in the video, but those pack of stickers that you see there to the right, I do end up adding one to this sign, and then I add just a little jute string hanger to the back so we can hang them up. And I do make the second one off camera because it's just the same steps, but the only thing different is I used a different tissue paper, and you can see how beautiful they look together hung in the bathroom. I really love them. I think they turned out super sweet, and you can hang these beautiful little pendants that you can find at Dollar Tree. They always have out different ones for the seasons, so I'm sure that you can find them and hang them on these little signs, and they would look really beautiful. And mines are a little popped out from the wall. They're not flat on the wall because they're hanging on hooks right now. That's what I had on my bathroom walls. But obviously you would just put regular nails and they would be nice and flush to the wall. But again, I think they are super cute. Let me know what you think. My friends, I am super excited because this video is in collaboration with all of these beautiful and talented ladies. Not only are we going to give you a ton of inspiration, but it is super exciting when we are all crafting with tissue paper. There's 6 of us, so grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and hit that link in my description so you can see all of their beautiful crafts and what they have to show you just using tissue paper. I'm sure you will love them. Make sure when you go over, you say that I sent you and I said hi, and do show some love and subscribe and like their videos because I'm sure you're gonna love what they have made for you. Now, moving along to the next DIY. This one is really cute, you guys. I think this one is really easy to make, and it's really versatile too. You can make it to your style, of course, and whatever color tissue paper you want. Yeah, just make it you, but I really love how this one turned out and it's functional. So I like that. I'm just simply going on with the steps that you already know, which is adding that tissue paper with the Mod Podge and just pressing it down. And this one turned out really nice, hardly any wrinkles on it. Then I'm just going to sand down that excess. Then I want to take this peel and stick cork sheet that you can get from Dollar Tree. I think these are really nice to have just on hand because there's so many things that you can do with this cork sheet. What I want to do is I want to take a strip of it. So I'm going to take my ruler and kind of measure a nice strip. I did cut it down, but it was a bit too wide for me. I wanted it to be a bit thinner, so I took that strip and I cut it in half once again, and then that was the size that I was looking for because I don't want it to be too bulky looking and too, you know, in your face. I just want a nice little thin strip, so I just used my sharp knife to go and cut that down, and then we can easily peel and stick this onto the sign. I'm just making sure that I get it really nice and flush to that edge and I don't have it overlapping. So I'm just using my finger as a guide to go little by little so that I make sure that it's nice and, you know, good. And then once I have that, I have these beautiful blue velvet push pins that you can get from Dollar Tree. They do have a lot of beautiful push pins in their office supply section. So I picked these up and I thought these were perfect to add to that cork space there because what I want these to act as is a little hanger. So I'm gonna push these in, but what I ended up doing, because it was a bit hard to push in, I clipped off that the pointy part of the push pin with my wire cutters, and I ended up hot gluing each little dot down, which, you know, it acted the same way. It's the same thing, but if you can push it in, I do recommend you to push it in so it can be even more sturdy, but it was a bit hard. And then so I just did it like that, and those are all of them on there. And now I'm adding a jute string to the bottom of the cork line so that way it can, you know, give it a little decorative touch and look pretty. So I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue, not too much because I don't want it to seep out of that jute string. And then I'm gonna take some rub-on transfer that I got from Dollar Tree as well, and these are in gold. I decided to go with this one, the XOXO, and I decided to place it on the right side of this sign, but you can definitely place it on the left or even in the center, and all you have to do is just rub on that transfer and then just peel it up really nicely, and it's gonna look really beautiful. And I really love how nicely it transferred on there. And then after that, I did just add a little hanger to the back, and that was it, you guys. And this is how it looks once you hang up your beautiful jewelry, your necklaces. I think this is super cute, and this would be nice in a bathroom or even your bedroom. I really love it, and I love that it's functional. You would have to let me know if you would give it a try. And my friends, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. You know I appreciate you so much. I do hope that you would give this video a big thumbs up if you like today's content and DIYs. Also, do me a big favor and share this with your friends and family. Help your girl out to reach some new viewers. I would really appreciate it, you guys. Do consider hitting that subscribe button if you like today's crafting and DIYs. I will see you all on the next one. Take care. God bless. Bye.